Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. It's a bit chaotic at the moment, if I'm honest. We're busy trying to get everybody organized, but just to give you guys an idea, that is what we're looking at the moment. We're just waiting for a couple more people to fill in, and then we can basically get going with the flight. So, yeah, pretty chaotic at the moment. And we just sit back, relax, and wait somewhat impatiently for things to get going.
Anyone else nervous right now?
Yeah, always nervous. So that's clicking you here there with the comms, that's basically my flight on the left there. That's flight lead, and then to the left of him is the other man in our flight. So we're a flight of 4, we're just waiting for number 2 to drop in, which as usual could take forever. But yeah, sitting and waiting. This is part of it, unfortunately, for a big event. It's always worth it in the end, but for the meantime we just sit and wait uncomfortably. Speaking of which, I should probably ask the guys. How long can we sit here and keep our battery on for radio transmissions before that runs dry?
No clue. I'd say inevitably, but indefinitely, but I'm not sure. Yeah, today I had mine on the entire time until startup, so I feel like a while.
Cool. Well, I guess we'll find out.
There's a voltage meter on the right side that you can look at.
Copy that.
Amps, whatever you want to call it.
Well, mine's at 0 because it's not drawing current from the generator, so that's a thing.
Yeah.
Fun. So yeah, this is now uncomfortably waiting. I thought I'd get the stream going earlier because as soon as stuff starts moving, it's gonna get really busy really quick. So yeah. But yeah, we just wait for a bit, I guess. Might have a look to see if I can throw up some music in the meantime, just to keep you people entertained. I know, I'm sorry, I know it's boring. It will get interesting in a bit, I promise. But yeah, in the meantime, we're just waiting. See if we can get some music going in the background there. I think I will just go back to my live playlist that I used the other night because people seem to like that, so we'll run with that. Let's see, let's run this. We'll just have it quiet in the background. Anybody's watching, let me know if the sound levels are okay. Oh, that's some lag. We just gotta hope that doesn't happen.
Moving over to Unicom and Discord or no? I think that's just for flight leads, mate. Okay.
Copy that.
Actually, you can come in, like, just PTT in Discord.
Yeah, I'm totally off Discord for now, just whilst we get things set up. But if I need to hop over, shout.
Yeah, I'll let you know when we're gonna light the flight.
Cool. So,
Everyone's moving over there, so.
every one of these dots is an aircraft, so yeah, it's busy. Let's see how many we got in server at the moment. Much. Yeah, busy. Isn't it a beautiful sight? I mean, look at that. Sorry, my graphics are set low because this is a busy server. It's quite a load on the PC, so I had to dial everything down a bit. So we've got Focke-Wulfs in the back, the Dora version and the Anton version. Some BF-109s over here. Mustangs, Spitfires, more Mustangs, more Spitfires. And yeah, that's pretty much it all the way through to the front. I know that there is a South African group as well in here, somewhere in the mix. I believe they are Flight 4. I think we're maybe still waiting for them as they're at briefing, but hopefully we'll see them pop in. They've got some nice skins on them too. We're currently sitting at flight 8 in the stack, so yeah, just waiting. If anybody can do some googling to find out how long the battery will last, I'd appreciate that. I'd hate to run out of battery and then not be able to swing the prop, but I have to keep it open for now because I need the comms over simple radio, so it's just the way it goes, unfortunately. Hey Kirby, welcome to the stream. Boys, have you got an ETA there by any chance? Maybe?
We said 2 minutes.
Says one thing means another, but we'll see what happens.
About 2 minutes is what we're in right now.
For 2 minutes.
There's no like Badisca showing up, so.
Hey Devlin, yeah, I did get all the testing done. It seems to be working for now. Fingers crossed it all hangs together and we don't have some horrific accident or anything like that. I'm not going to be doing a formation takeoff here because it is a tailwheel aircraft. It's twitchy as hell and I haven't had enough practice and I'm sure as hell not a good enough pilot. So yeah, but hopefully everything stays together. At the moment, frame rate, I'm getting 40 frames locked. So it's not ideal, but with the amount of aircraft that are here, I mean, that's good enough. I can live with that. So yeah, just sitting and waiting and waiting. I gotta admit though, the guys have done a really good job with getting everything together. So quick little flight overview for where we're going here. So we're starting off at Sukumi, up north. We're going to get airborne, climb up to 8,000 feet, turn around, head down the coastline. We're going to link up with the bombers somewhere in this area. I'm not entirely sure. That's Flight Lead's job. So we've got a big squadron of P-51 bombers that we're going to link up with, and then we're going to drop away from the bombers, make our run-in. We're doing a pass overhead this airfield here, Kobuleti. And then we're heading direct over to Kutaisi, where we are doing 2 passes, after which we're going to get a break to land and then park all the aircraft up together. So that should be quite nice. And hopefully, if we get everything right, if the timing is good enough, we should have it that once we finish parking, the B-17 should cruise over, do their pass, and then do their break to land and park up with us as well. So yeah, fingers crossed everything goes well. There's a lot of moving parts, but yeah, just see what happens, I guess. But I will be honest, the endless waiting is killing me. I just want to get airborne. Honestly, I think takeoff is probably the hardest part. Once we have takeoff done and we've all formed up and we know what's what and what's happening, then we should be good. So the other challenge is just making sure I can ID which aircraft are which. These guys are easy because they've got bright silver skins. But making sure I don't confuse these D-Day markings with these guys. Go again for 4. Okay, I'm not sure what that was about, but we'll wait. I don't know where our 4th member is, but actually stuff it, let's ask. Where's number 2?
Also, you're not showing up on us, unfortunately. I've sent him a couple messages.
Copy that, don't stress. We'll fly a 3 ship then.
Job.
Sounds good. Okay, so unfortunately 2's had to drop out.
My heart is just pumping like faster and faster as we're getting closer.
It's intense, isn't it?
Or so.
Yeah, so 2's dropped out, which means we're going to be left as a 3 ship, which is sad, but oh well. Why not? I think most of the slots seem to be filled. As you can tell, it's difficult getting like 50 to 60 people online all in one shot and then getting everything integrated at the same time. It's not easy. Guys have done a good job with it though. I mean, turnout is pretty good. There's a couple gaps here and there, but that's not the end of the world. But otherwise, yeah, it's looking good. So just have to rock and roll from there. Bottom fragger, sorry I missed that message. Flight manual mentions nothing about time for battery. Fantastic, that's just brilliant. Hopefully it just works, I guess.
So we can start them up now, boys?
Copy that, running up. Okay, we have clearance to start, that's a good sign, so I'm gonna kill this music now.
Good start.
And let's rock and roll. Getting moving, okay, fuel pump is on, carburetor forward, flaps come up. Radiator coolant.
Oil temp's a little high, RPM's good.
Down.
Carburetor temp's good, everything's good.
Crack throttle, prop forward. Fuel boost on, starter cap open. Magnetos on, check across the board, all clean, radio set, cool. Brakes on, primer, 2, 3, 4, 5, cool, that should be golden. Crank. And kick the mixture. And I think we're good. Yeah, engine's running. I'm just gonna hold on the brakes now while we wait. And 4 startup complete.
Nice. Make sure not to over RPM, don't stop your engine in midair, and we should be good.
I'll keep that in mind. What I've done as well is just that back radiator door, just leave that open, don't set it on auto, just leave it open the whole time and you can guarantee no overheat.
Yeah, I've got my radiator and oil coolant all the way open.
Copy that. Okay, so just to say, you see that little door underneath there? You can actually see it slightly moving now. So that is the radiator door, and basically it just allows more air to flow through the radiator, which is this little scoop on the bottom there. And that just makes sure that we keep our engines cool. The last thing we want is to have an issue with that, where we get an over temp. We usually see that over here on the coolant temp, and if that needle pegs into the red, then we are screwed. It's like an instantaneous engine failure. Or sometimes if you're lucky it's degrading, but usually it's pretty quick. You only get a couple of seconds, and as soon as that needle pegs, it's done. There's no coming back from that. Okay, everything's good for the most part. Let's just maybe pick up the volume here a little bit so we can hear some of the pretty noises. Just do a tiny bit. So as soon as I start throttling up, you're gonna hear it. It's gonna be pretty loud. Okay, let's just check T's and P's. Good. Suction's obviously low at the moment, which is fine. If we pick up the throttle, that should come up. There it is. That's fine. Everything good across the board. Ammeter is dead for some reason. Pizza eating. We're going to be going to... We'll flick that on just now. We're going to be going to 8,000 feet, so it would be a good idea. Tail position light will go on. Yeah, that's all fine. Actually, let's drop it down to dim, just so we're not blinding anyone. Leave that off. And yeah, we don't need the recognition lights.
So I don't know if you just heard that, guys, but stream and takeoffs was about a 1.5 second interval between letting off.
Copy that.
So is it going to go lead, and then right wing, and then left wing go? Or what do we do? Yeah, let's go right wing, then left wing, just because I think you're spaced in that way at the minute.
You can go left wing, because left wing will be 2. I'll technically be 3 now, I guess.
Yeah, so you want me to go after the lead?
Yeah, go for it.
Yep. Got it.
Frames are slowly dropping. Let's wind this canopy closed. Okay, yeah, so... Oh, the frames are tanking, the clouds are glitching. I think once you spread out a bit, that should help a bit.
Is it a bad time to say to use the restroom?
And they've just asked for
time to go?
lights off, so let me...
Yeah, I think we've got a few minutes. Alright, I'm gonna hurry up. Come here.
And I think he's just gone to take a leak. Gun heating can turn off. Potato heating we can turn off. Yep, all my nav lights are on. I gotta turn that off. I think that's off position. I don't know, I've never really used them before. Yeah, okay, we're all off. Cool, we're golden. Yeah, so basically we're going to be doing a staggered takeoff, 1.5 second gap between each aircraft. So lead will roll, then I ask left wing to rather roll for me, just because it means that I can be the last one out. It just gives me a bit of space in between, and it gives me time to catch them as well, so that's quite nice. It looks like we got most aircraft with the engine spooled, which is good. Yeah, I think everybody's pretty much up and running, so that's always good news. Anybody's watching, you got any questions, please fire it away. There's really nothing happening now, especially due to the fact that once we actually get rolling, I'm not going to be able to say or do much when it comes to answering questions and stuff like that, just simply because I'll be really focused.
Back. What was that? You say you're back, William? Yeah, I said I'm back. Did I miss anything? Nothing at all. Just some Spitfires that can't start up yet. Crap.
So yeah, still waiting. I need to check fuel as well. I need to keep an eye on that to make sure we're not unbalanced, otherwise we're going to have some uncommanded roll issues, which will be fun. So yeah, right now I can't guarantee how this flight is going to go. I'm hoping it goes well. But yeah, I guess we'll just have to see what happens. Cockpit lights, can probably put them there. I'm really just fiddling with buttons right now because I'm bored, waiting impatiently for this. Okay, I got 1109 there, hasn't started up. I think he's just hopped in, he's just changed his skin. The Focke-Wulfs seem to have everything organized, which is nice. See the difference there between the slightly skinnier Doras and the Antont. Getting really bored now. Come on, Mustang, you can do it. I think this guy's trying to crank. He's probably left his fuel off. Devlin, how did this group come together? It's not really a group, it was kind of just an announcement put onto the virtual aerobatics server, or Discord rather. And they basically had an idea, thought, hey, let's roll with this, and there we go. And that's kind of how all the events for DCS really come about. Is somebody makes a post, somebody has an idea, somebody wants to host something, and then we just make it happen, I guess. So yeah, we're looking at about 50 to 60 pilots, roughly, plus minus. I don't know how many have dropped out, but still, good sized flight. And I think, don't quote me on this, but I think that this would probably be the biggest event, how can I word this, of its type in DCS history. I don't think we've ever had a organized mass flight with formation passes and with so many technicalities and so many things that have to go right. I don't think we've ever had anything like that in DCS before, so it's nice being part of the first, you know, keeps you on your toes. And Scooby says auto start is broski. Auto start it broski. Okay, that makes more sense. I think that's for our poor struggling Mustang. Okay, I think he's got his running. He was sitting here somewhere. Flight lead is crooked for some reason. And so am I for some reason. It's a bit odd. Okay, well in that case I guess we'll just throw the music back on whilst we wait. Because might still be here for a bit. This is the problem with big events like this, is that it's difficult trying to get everybody in the same wavelength. And sort of getting everyone involved at the same time is quite a mission. So hats off to the guys organising. They are doing the best they can. And if anyone curious, you probably noticed that this Mustang is missing a gun sight and there's a spare seat in the back there, and that's because this is the P-51, so it's the trainer version. Or rather the stripped out version. We use this just because it's a bit lighter, got a bit more, power to weight ratio is better, so it means we can push it.
There we go, boys.
Copy 3. Okay, sounds like we're gonna get rolling. I try my best.
In the words of Rev Holland, you'll be fine.
Canal, hey, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Okay, we have aircraft rolling, somewhat sideways. Gonna be a lot of that, and hopefully we don't have too many crashes, so we'll just have to see what happens. If I am perfectly honest, I am extremely nervous. Yeah. There's a lot that can go wrong, and not much that can go right, so we'll just have to see how it plays out, I guess. I might leave the music rolling, I don't know. It's up to you guys, really. Bryce, Declan, welcome to the stream, thanks for joining. Okay, so it looks like we got some aircraft moving now. I just love that sound, and this guy who's going off the runway. Good thing they work on grass, hey? Okay, let's get everything set up, dial in the trim. Yeah, I am nervous, I'm not gonna lie. I gotta just make sure I get through the takeoff okay. Once we're done with that, then I'll be a bit more relaxed, but that's fuel drain going, and switch left tank. Okay, flight ahead of us is rolling, so let's get ready.
You ready, boys? Let's go.
Rock and roll. Okay, there we go. Flight lead should roll now. Come on, flight lead. Oh, we're waiting for one more. No, they're all gone.
Alright, boss, on you go. And then I go.
Okay, flight lead's rolling.
Alright, roll.
Rolling. 3 rolling. I'm gonna keep it gentle to start off. Just slowly feed the power in. And we are airborne. Gear is coming up.
3 check.
3's airborne.
Go. Fall back slightly. Holding about 250, right?
Just keeping an eye on that coolant temperature now.
said you're doing 210? No, that's 250. 250, copy, copy.
This guy's catching me, I need to pick it up a little bit. Step on the ball here, get the rudder straight. I'm keeping a very close eye on that coolant though, I don't want to overcook it. Okay, that is a flight there, and now I gotta figure out where my buddies are. I think this is one here on the left. This is the tricky part. I think we got one there and two up there by the looks of it. Just keep an eye on that coolant, put the throttle forward a bit.
You're kind of close to the other formation.
Yeah, just trying to catch up to you guys now. Okay, we'll kill the music for now, so we can just focus on this.
Yeah, you're like overtaking the other guys. Don't worry though. Yeah, bring him roll back.
Yeah, it's just really difficult to keep track of who's who.
Yeah, I'm still trying to find you.
Yeah, I think once I get close enough I'll be able to recognize the skin, but yeah, slowly dragging it up.
Yeah, I got you right now. What's your speed? 150 car. 150? Oh, you're something really hot then.
Okay, so Leeds has checked and said his speed is 150, so yeah, there we go, there's my flight.
Yep.
Okay, eyes on you guys, pulling up.
200.
Okay, they're at 200 now, I'm at 250, it's good closing speed, we'll keep this up for now and then we'll dial it back.
What's your altitude? It's a little bit below you right now. Trying to keep our RPM in the green, but to keep up I have to go above that.
Just keep an eye on the coolant temperature, as long as that's fine you should be good.
Yeah. Ooh, I expect.
Okay, it seems like everybody's forming up nicely now, which is good. The hardest part is over. Ain't that a sweet sound? I think this is my squadron here, is it? I actually can't tell, I'll be honest. Let's bump it up a little bit. I'm gonna have to get closer. I think that was them there, that two-ship. Two, can you just give your wings just a little wobble, if that's okay? Yeah, I'm not sure who's who right now. That's a different color Mustang, so it must be these two here. I don't want to overcook the engine. I think let's push it up a bit, then we can get a good eye on, see what's what. Yeah, I can't tell from here. The skins all look the same. I know what this engine is capable of. It's got to make sure I don't break it. Ooh, big leg spike. Okay, let's back off a little bit. That was a big leg spike. We need to dial in, or rather dial off some trim.
Bring it left just to come and try to deep. And the throttle back as well.
Okay, I'm gonna come way back on the power axe. I'm closing fast. I gotta make sure I'm clear around as well. Okay, I think I'm coming up on your right side now. Yeah, tally confirmed. Okay, cool. We linked up, so that's nice. Okay, let's get the trim sorted. And let's get back on the power and then retrim because torque is a thing that exists. Come on, a little more, a bit more power. Okay, coolant is way down now, which is good, that's what I want. If you guys want to talk and chat, go for it, ask questions. I'm in the sort of relax phase of the flight now, so I can answer some questions. Or comments, throw them out. Why am I falling back? Let's increase RPM and reduce the manifold. It'll give us a bit more bite. Okay, let's just catch up and get back into formation. Speed check.
Currently 270, falling back to 250.
Copy that. Sorry, I was just fiddling with trim. So the difficult part about this is that I still have to keep an eye out around and behind me to make sure that there isn't somebody who's lagging behind, kind of like I am, or was. The last thing I want to do is have a mid-air with somebody trying to catch up to the formation because I wasn't looking around. So see, the thing is with this kind of stuff is that there's, you know, this is important to a lot of people, and it kind of piles on the pressure where you don't want to sort of make a mistake or mess up. It kind of lingers in the back of your head.
Far up. So Josh, in front of us, are those the bombers? I believe so. We're going for the inner right one. Inner right cap. Well, if it's at our own discretion, we should probably just book it there, right? Yeah, I want to follow 7 in just in case. Copy. They'll be formatting on the same bombers, or same group of bombers anyway. Yeah, and then once we hit the bombers, they'll be flying off the bombers or still off of you? Fly off me, but I guess just see whatever's best for you, whatever you find a better reference. Copy.
I'm just gonna bump this up again. I keep getting distracted. We're not looking to fly tight former yet, so we're just going to keep it chill, keep it relaxed. Like I said, the last thing I want to do is have an accident. And the lead keeps changing speed, so...
I don't want to whip it in now. Copy.
Okay, everybody's crossing over.
So the bombers on our left?
Okay, there's the bombers there.
That is...
And we're just going to follow everybody else in front, so there's like a nice long trail of people starting from directly in front. Yeah, there we go. So starting from people directly in front, we're just following the whole group around.
Yeah, sorry, I'm switched over to the left.
We are seriously moving now.
Bringing it back.
Speed check.
Coming on 300.
Copy. And we're getting 60 frames, yay! It's always nice. And come way back on the power, because I'm about to overshoot, you idiot. Okay, pick it up. I'm used to flying the jets in formation and stuff like that, so I'm used to the throttle response kind of being slow, and obviously in a proper aircraft it's damn near instant, so...
It's a lot better than yesterday, and I know you're actually going to be turning, because I can hear it from you.
I'll just keep this turn going. And looks like we're slotting in nicely, so that's good. And I just need to be better and get closer.
And leveling up.
And I'm overshooting again because I'm an idiot. Hey, look, we're flying line abreast. I'll just stay high as long as keep visual. Pick up the power and slow and gentle movements. Try not to cock it up.
Currently reading 260 miles per hour.
Bottom frag, no, it is not a public
Do
server.
you know what the speed of the bombers are? Roughly 240.
Standby.
240, so we got a 20 mile overtake. Okay. Yep, I'll boost that up to, we'll go 290 rough. Copy. Then we're going to have to slow down pretty hard when we get closer. Yeah, I'll give us some good lead time on that, just to start slowing down quick. Okay.
Okay, so anyway, as I was saying, no, this isn't a public server at the moment. The server that most of these guys fly on is Aerobatics Online. That is a public server, which you can go into. This at the moment is obviously locked due to the event, so yeah, but otherwise the server is usually open, so yeah, you can hop on whenever and go fly, but it's never like this. It's never organized. Yeah, this is not a regular thing. Let's get this power forward and catch up again. I keep getting distracted. Timothy Knoll, sorry I missed your message. Hello and welcome. We got a long way to go to catch up. Okay, I can see now why I picked up the speed. Dial in a little bit of trim. Guys, just don't forget to check your fuel tanks every now and then. Make sure you're switching from left to right.
I believe we're on unlimited fuel.
Oh, well then, fantastic.
And invulnerability.
Even better. Okay, so apparently we have unlimited fuel and we're invulnerable, which, yeah, that gives me a bit of hope. See, this is why I love DCS. Isn't it pretty? Let's see if I can be cheeky here and just give us an F3 view quick. You can see how out of position I am, so let's tighten that up. There we go, get nice and close. So yeah, I'm just going to keep it relaxed for now. We've got a long way to go, so... bottom frag, yeah, sorry, unfortunately. There is another live stream. It is under... Jeez, I gotta remember the name now. It's VTB underscore arrow. And we're slowing down apparently. Missed that call. Yeah, so Victor Tango Bravo underscore arrow. You should be able to find it on Twitch. That's being live streamed at the moment, and that's like nice cinematic view with commentary and music and all that kind of stuff. So you guys are welcome to go check that out as well. And now that I've just sent you away from my live stream, please come back. Or at least leave a like and subscribe. I'd appreciate that. Other guys are far behind, so... And bottom fragger, that number 2 looks floppy as me when I hit your wing. Lol. Just trying to make it pretty.
Bringing it back to 250.
Yeah, getting a little bit close. As you pull the power back, the rudder kicks in. So it's just something you got to keep mindful of. And obviously with me flying jets in formation, that's just not a thing. So Yeah, something to get used to. He's coming way back on the power.
How far out are we? I'd say we're about 4 miles, maybe 5. Shouldn't we get a little bit faster until we get closer? Okay, we'll pressure up.
Okay, it's basically just discussing at the moment, trying to get, we're coming back up on the power. We're trying to just close the gap now with the bombers and the rest of the fleet. We have a long stretch to do that in, but obviously the speed margin is not big. We can probably do a safe cruise of about sort of 300 miles per hour, plus minus. That would I would kind of consider that safe. Let's just bump this up. But obviously it's risky because we don't want to do damage to the engine.
Bringing it back to 2.
Copy. We don't want to do damage to the engine, and at the same time we don't want to be in a situation where we overshoot and we can't slow down, like now. Slide, overshoot.
Yeah.
I'm just going to hang out here for a bit until I fall back. Whoops, my bad. Oh, come on, I got the throttle at 0 and I'm still waiting for them to catch. Jeez, must have really cut the throttle. I promise I'm not usually this bad at
So this far left side is what we're doing?
at formation. It's just, you know, when you're trying to interact with the stream at the same time, it's a bit of a distraction. But I promise I will tighten up once we get to the pass. Hear the backfire there as I come into the low end of the idle.
Okay, hold on to you.
Okay, cool. Let's kick it back in. Three sliding in.
Okay, we'll ring a right just to so we get some lead on them. We're also a little bit slow. If they're doing around 240, we only got a 10-mile overtake. Yeah, let's push her up to 270 on.
And now we're going fast again. Okay, we're going really fast apparently. Might just throw some music back on. I don't know. Anybody want music? Yes, no? Up to you guys. Although I'm gonna have to wait like 2 minutes for the response, so there's
Should
that.
be good until we get like pretty close. Do you know how far they out from the overfly? We're quite a way out. Okay, good. Because last time we got like just past the first ground point, so realistically I don't think we're supposed to form up until then. Because the turning point's quite drastic once you see them move.
That's really dull, the sun now. Don't want to go higher than that. Should be fine. I mean, for me personally, I'd rather that we catch up and we be nice and close than, you know, lagging far behind and then trying to play catch up at the end. But, and again, yeah, they're not too far away. I think we've closed the gap nicely. Timothy, loving the tunes, my dude. Cool. We'll chuck them back up then. Although it's kind of difficult to do without... quickly. Unfortunately, this isn't the most professional stream setup, but hey, it's something. Let's see if we can get this going. Just waiting for Spotify to wake up.
I accidentally pressed something.
Yeah, you and me both.
I tried to click my pause button for my track AR and it did something. I think it brought down the mixture.
Okay, Spotify has crashed, so let's try get that back up. This is such a pain.
Speed. 300. Yeah, I'm nowhere near catching up to you right now. Okay, I'll bring it back. I don't know what the hell happened.
I'll just reduce the volume here. Because let's be honest, we don't all want to hear the same droning noise. You catch up. It'd be really nice if I had somebody here to help me with this stuff.
I think I'm slowing down. I'm doing 240. At 4 RPM? Yeah. Now cooling down to 250. Oh, I see what it was. God damn it. I freaking did it switched over my, what's it called, ignition switches. On. Fuck, hold on, I'm still flying, so let's see if we can catch back up. Yeah, great. Yeah, for some reason it switches to off instead of both.
CC's really cut its throttle now.
Yeah, there we go, now I'm getting speed. Just come back into formation when you're ready. I'm on my way. What's your speed? 27. Okay, I'm pushing about 310.
Okay, I'm a little bit concerned because it seems the streaming software might have crashed. Possibly. I don't know, I can't tell. Bryce, if you can still see the stream up, drop me a message.
You can start speeding up, you're good. Just catch up to the bombers. Right, going for 2-8.
Copy that. Okay, it's just the software that's giving me issues then, so we'll just leave it and hopefully it fixes itself, or not, I guess. I don't know.
So just don't worry about me right now, just worry about the bombers.
Yeah, okay, so got confirmed stream still going, cool.
No worries, I'm about to slow down anyway.
And chat still scrolling, but everything else is blank, which is weird, I haven't seen this yet, so... Not to worry about that, we're still flying. And worst case scenario, I'll just switch over and reboot.
Bringing it back to 2. Speed. 250, 24.
Damn it, I clicked off the screen by mistake, so... Sorry about that. I clicked off the screen so the throttle didn't work.
Well, we're now in.
Ah, good. Good tally. And we're back in. Not the most professional flying, but hey, it works.
Goes back in.
Just shout if you guys want me to put the music a bit louder or whatever. Don't want it to drown out, but I can't tell right now. I don't have any of my levels for sound or anything on my screen except for chat. So I can't really tell at the moment what's what. But yeah, you guys can dictate to me if you need anything changed.
Lag spike.
Copy. Clear left slightly. Okay, you're good.
Copy.
Cool. We are doing this, boys. Timothy also watching this while playing Modern Warfare. Nice. Glad I can keep you guys entertained during the lockdown blues.
I got like no bomber time.
Yeah, so now we're in formation, I'm a bit more relaxed now. Just to clarify, so Steam Labs currently has absolutely nothing on it except for the chat and the screen that's currently filming. So, and that's it, that's all I can see. And we're cutting short.
Shut down really quickly. You might want to follow them.
Copy, following. That was a bit of a clinch moment.
Next time, just call when you're gonna drop power, please. Yeah, sir. You're fine.
Mistakes happen, all's forgiven.
Coming into trail behind these guys.
Three's back in.
Bringing it right.
Okay, was not expecting that. God damn it. Okay, I'm just gonna stay high. Telly, let's go. Should do some maneuvering out to get the speed off. Yeah, so it's important when you're leading a flight is just to make sure that you call out literally every little movement you make. If you just throttle, you want to come left slightly, right slightly, otherwise it becomes a bit of a nightmare. However, I honestly don't blame our lead Josh at the moment because he's working his ass off on the comms as well.
Yeah, bring it to 250.
He's got a hell of a lot on his plate, so I can understand. We'll forgive him this time.
I'm so hungry, I know my food's just sitting here getting cold.
You can step it out a bit and shower, why not?
Yeah, but it's gonna be hard to achieve, like with the power and everything like that.
Nah, be brave.
If all else fails, I'll throw it in the microwave.
So the power changes all the time. It's like just when I think I'm getting back in, he changes the power. Okay, let's pick this up. Come now, focus. Okay, we're getting closer now to, I believe, Cobuletti. Is where we do our first flyover, so at least it'll give us a sort of a practice run for the main event. So we'll do our first flyover there, we'll tighten up the formation, get real close, run that, and then head on.
Okay, we just gotta overtake these guys because they seem to get the jump on.